Thank you for tuning in again to Cruising on Empty. I'm your host Salt, and today I have for you a W140 Mercedes-Benz. This particular car is an S500, so let's get into it. Bruno Sacco was an Italian designer who was determined to work for Mercedes-Benz and started from the bottom and worked his way up to be second in command in Mercedes' design department. Sacco worked with Mercedes lead designer Paul Brock in the late 50s. They went on to design some great cars together, like the W100, which was made, or I should say was in production from 1963 to 1981, and the W113. Today, these cars are considered collector's cars and worth a lot of money today. Example, taillights, a pair of taillights on the W100, you're looking at anywhere between $6,000 to $7,000. Yes. Sacco went on to become the lead designer for Mercedes-Benz and designed the W123 Mercedes from 1975 to 1986. The W123 is widely regarded as one of the most reliable vehicles ever produced by Mercedes-Benz. And if you've ever been to a foreign country, you've seen them as taxi cabs, seen them as runabout cars, and they're known to have 1 million miles or more. This next car I'll be talking about is the W124 Benz, which was made from 1984 to 1997. The W124 chassis was also known for its reliability, thanks to the over-engineering of the W124. In the early 80s, the station wagon versions of the E-Class W124 was fitted with a rear self-leveling suspension, which was a suspension that leveled out itself when there was weight in the back, instead of it just sagging, For the first time ever, also, the W124 was fitted with an all-wheel drive system. The next car I'll be talking about is the C111, which was a car Mercedes made with a Wankel engine. The Wankel motor was made by Felix Wankel, who was part of the Nazi Party. Now, the Wankel motor didn't take off with Mercedes because of the motor's weak seals and short lifespan, which for me, I was actually glad it didn't take off, considering this guy was kicked out of the Nazi Party for the second time. I mean, how bad do you have to really be to get kicked out of the Nazi Party? I mean, the Nazi Party was already bad, but how much more did you have to be to actually be kicked out of something like that? However, moving on. It was not up to the high standards of Sacco and Mercedes-Benz set for themselves, The C111 was a car to show off what Mercedes can do. It started as a concept car and was supposed to go into production, but it never got the green light to actually make a production model for the masses. The next car I will be talking about is the C112 that came with Mercedes' famous V12 motor and went on to power a lot of famous cars, for example the Pagani Zonda and others that came after it, as well as some of Mercedes' famous race cars that went on to win a lot of championships for Mercedes. The C112 came with ABS. ABS is anti-locking braking system, and it also came with ASR. ASR is acceleration slip regulation, which is an anti-skid control system. It also came with ABC. ABC for Mercedes is active body control. Suspension and a steerable rear axle. So the steerable rear axle, it's different than the ABC, but it's combined with the ABC system on the C112, okay? And the C112 knows inlet supplied air to the front brakes and radiator. So when the flaps opened up, it bring the air in through the nose there. The front spoiler and rear wing controlled lift and help with braking. So whenever there was excessive speed and you needed to brake real fast, that wing would come up, air would hit it, and help to brake it faster. Slow it down faster. Okay. Now this car that Mercedes-Benz made, the C112, this car was Mercedes-Benz showing off on what they can do. This car was never really going to come to market at all. You know, this is just a lot of flash and show from Mercedes. But it was an amazing car considering what it could do, and considering this car came out in the early 90s, which is like, hey, I mean, it's pretty impressive, you know? So the next car I'll be talking about is the Mercedes-Benz W201. Mercedes was looking to create an entry-level car that would not compromise on comfort or luxury, but would be more affordable than their higher-end Mercedes-Benz cars. The W201 came with many fuel-efficient motors that didn't compromise on performance. Mercedes decided to take on BMW's M3 in the late 80s in the German car sports championship races. With their W201 Cosworth, Evo 1, and Evo 2, which later went on to be Ford and BMW's M3. In the early 90s, the Evo 2 won 16 out of 24 races. So the next car I will be talking about is the Mercedes R129. This is a Mercedes two-door roadster which was designed to transport you from country to country or from state to state at high speeds in comfort and luxury. The Mercedes SL started its life in the early to mid 50s, okay? But the SL that Bruno Sacco is known for is the R129, which was made from 1989 to 2001. Brabus started tuning Mercedes-Benz cars in the late 70s, and Mercedes officially partnered with Brabus in the late 90s. Mercedes and AMG started doing business in 1990 and merged in 1999 since they owned majority of the stakes of AMG. So the next car I will be talking about is the R230, which is an updated version of the R129, okay? The R230 comes with an updated body. You know, you refresh the body, make it look new, and they did that same thing for the interior. And they updated the climate control system. It's pretty much the same system, but an updated version of it, okay? The R230 SL comes with a lot of the tech from the C112, like the ABS system, the ASR system, the ABS system, which was an updated version for the R230. So they just put the same system that they had in that car, but they updated it to make it, you know, new and fresh, okay? The new technology that they put in the Mercedes R230 was a navigation system, radar guided cruise control system, and they also put SBC, which stands for sensortronic brake control, which really that is, if you put it in like regular English terms, it's an electric braking system. That's what that is, okay? The next car I will talk about is the Mercedes S-Class W140. As an owner of a 1999 S-Class S500, I have to say that Bruno Sacco and his team really loved cars. The attention to detail, comfort, and quality was taken very seriously. 100%, I believe this 100%. The W140 was definitely over-engineered. The 5.0 V8 engine in the S500 was a Mercedes C9 race car, winning 13 races out of 21, and the C11 winning 7 races out of 12 for the World Sports Car Championship, and the V12 was used in various Pagani Zonda models. Now, if you don't know what a Pagani Zonda is, then this channel is not for you, and you're not a car person. You know, if you were someone important, you had an S500 or an S600. If you really had money or connections, you would get these models as an AMG or special order them as a Brabus. You know, that's big boy money if you're ordering an S600 or an S500 as a Brabus. That's serious cash right there. Some of their high-end clients were the Sultan of Brunei, the late Princess Diana, Michael Jordan, and Biggie Smalls. The Sultan of Brunei has got so much money, he contacted Mercedes to have them make a car specially for him. It is a cross between Mercedes 2-door CL Mercedes and their 4-door sedan. And the cherry on top of this is he had Brabus bless the car with their magic, you know? And to sum this all up, what I have learned about Mercedes is nothing comes close to their high-end models and special editions. The facts are, none of these new cars can come close to these cars head to head, especially when you exclude, you take out the tech. From all these new cars, they have no chance against these Mercedes-Benz cars that I just spoke about. Thank you guys for taking your time out of your day to spend with me with this video and just to see some of the cars that Bruno Sacco and Mercedes has made and the amazing advances in the automotive industry that they have accomplished. Thank you guys, and I'll see you again later. Bye.